Greetings and salutations, everybody. This is Mama Roo coming to you from Chicago, Illinois, South Side, in the United States. It's a beautiful morning today. However, the news over the weekend has left me, a little bit all of my negative emotions. I'm in a sad and angry place right now. I know you've all heard about what happened down in Orlando over the weekend. It was a horrible tragedy. If you set lights for the families of the victims involved in that terrible tragedy. If you pray, say a few prayers for the victims and the families and loved ones of those who lost their lives in that tragedy. There's a lot of stupid crap going on in the media and all over social media as well regarding that incident. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. If you follow me on social media, you already know what I have to say. I will not, use up my time here for that today. Maybe down the road somewhere I might address it. But today I'm going to continue with the mini readings. If you haven't heard the first episode of mini readings, go back and check on my Spreaker, and you can find part 1. So this one will be designated part 2, and I only had a couple left over to get to. So let's just dive right in and get to those now. Okay. Now, this person did not designate a nickname. I'm just going to refer to them as D. And their question is advice or information having to do with past lives. Now, one thing that I need to tell you all is that in my readings, I don't specifically ask for that information. It does come through if it's necessary, okay? But a lot of times it won't, because at the time it's just not necessary. But let's see what we can get here. Okay, for D. Okay, now the answer that I'm getting here is the air card, and it's upright, okay? So that basically is telling me that, yes, there are some relevant things that will come through for you. But this is also telling me that, D, you have had experiences in your life. I'm picking up maybe relatively recently, like within the last couple of years, you've had some experiences that may have tipped you off into thinking in that direction. You may have had visions or dreams or coincidences or deja vu or some sort of really compelling situation that happened that had you, entertaining thoughts about, is this, relative to a former lifetime of mine? Does this have something to do with a previous incarnation? So yes, you've had something, okay? And so what this card is doing is confirming that, yes, those things that you experience are, in fact, little clues into something dealing with your previous lifetimes. Okay, the information that I'm getting here is revealed by Hathor Reverse. Now, this this card is basically saying that in one of your previous lifetimes, and this may jive with what you've been experiencing. If it does, please let me know, okay? This card is saying that you were a bit of an asshole. You were a man. You had a lot of prestige or power. You may have had like a political position, or you may have been, just a wealthy person, like a wealthy landowner, and you had a lot of influence over people in a certain particular time. I'm not getting any information about the time period, but all I'm picking up here is that in that particular life, you were not a good person. You were extremely misogynistic, actually. You treated women, even your own daughters, really, really abusively. I'm sorry to have to tell you that, but if that means anything to you, because this is not saying that this is who you are now, I'm sensing that you are the total opposite of that kind of personality in this particular lifetime. But if this has any meaning toward what you've been experiencing, please reach out and let me know. I like to, at least get confirmation that I'm going in the right direction with this. Okay? So thank you for your question. I look forward to hearing from you, Dee. Thank you. That was very interesting. And yeah, we might have to expand upon this a little bit further privately, because I'm just nosy. I want to know. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, and this is a question. Okay, they didn't give me a nickname to use. So I'm just going to call this person, this is PJ, okay? This is PJ. And what PJ wants to know is about their love life. They've been talking to a guy and they took a bit of a break so that the guy could go and work some things out. But he did come back and the feelings were very strong and intense. So basically, PJ is not clear of this guy's intentions. Okay, now I'm seeing here that the nickname is Dreamer. Sorry about that. Okay, that's what I get for skim reading. Okay, Dreamer, you want to know what the intentions are with this person. You want to know if you can trust them, to give them your heart or take the relationship to another level. Okay, because right now you're uncertain. Well, before I even turn a card, okay, can I just say to you right now, when someone is really, really into you, and this goes either way, male, female, doesn't matter. If someone is really, really into you, there is no question about it. Okay, so let's just move that part out the way. You never have to guess. Okay, there isn't any guesswork. Now, when we get to the part where we have to start guessing about a person's feelings, then, it's good to just be upfront, like I'm having a little bit of a problem understanding where we are. There's nothing wrong with asking questions directly. Okay, that's always the best way. Communication and being direct and being honest takes you very far, because people can spin their wheels and waste a lot of time just trying to assume things or guess things or just go through the motions with things, when they could be spending a more meaningful relationship with somebody else who really means what they say what they mean, and there's no question about it. But let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say for Dreamer. Can we get a little bit of insight into what's going on with this guy? Okay, first card I get is Twins, reverse. This is my couples card, and since I'm asking a question about relationship, it's following reverse, and this is basically saying he isn't that into you right now. He's still on the fence about something with you, Dreamer, something he's heard, something that he's seen, something that you may have done or said. It's kind of making him pump the brakes. Now think back, because I'm sensing that you know what this is, okay, and you wondered about it already. Okay, but then you kind of just blew it off, said, now that couldn't be it. Go back to that, if it was an incident, a situation, an outing. I'm sensing it has something to do with other people around, like a party or an event, a social event. Something took place there, okay, and it caused a bit of pullback on his behalf, okay, but he should have been honest with you about that. Whatever it was, he should have had the courage to tell you straight up what his feelings were instead of trying to run away. So this is something that guys do. They don't like to look like they're being a bad guy. They don't like to, purposefully hurt people's feelings. They think if they're honest with their feelings, they'll turn around and hurt yours in the process. Guys got to stop doing that mess, okay? Because you're taking the easy way out of things, trying not to look like a bad guy. You end up causing damage in that respect too, okay? You end up leaving folks with question marks, up in their minds and stuff. It's best to just always be honest and be upfront. Okay, people will respect that a lot more than always having to, go around wondering and, guessing and making assumptions. But yes, dreamer, something took place, and it has to do with a social event like a date, a party, a wedding, something that involved a lot of people around. I sense that you may know what this is, and something happened, but you didn't say, okay, yeah, that's it. Okay. So that's what I'm getting. Let me get one more card in here before I close this one out. Okay. I'm sensing here with the Scarab reverse that there is some stagnation going on with this person, that they're just kind of ambivalent about you. And again, this goes back to what I said before. They need to man up. Seriously. They really need to man up and start owning their feelings. Because they're just dodging everything. They're ducking and dodging, okay? And you deserve better than that, okay? You deserve somebody that is true to themselves, knows what they want, knows what they don't want, and has no problem letting someone else know, okay? So thank you for that question. And let's see where we are, what time. Okay, so that covers all of the submissions. Again, thank you to everyone that sent in a question and gave me an opportunity to give you a mini reading. This is something that I love to do. I enjoy it. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. Again, if I gave you a mini reading on this Spreaker, do reach out and give me some feedback. I love feedback, okay? Especially if I hit on something, like right on the money. I need to know these things. It's good for me. To those of you that I told to get back to me privately because you had things going on that I didn't feel comfortable, talking about on this Spreaker, I really wish you would also, get in touch with me because I have other things to tell you. So for everyone that is interested in a in-depth reading with me, I encourage you to visit my website, www.mamarue.com. That is MAMARUE.com. I offer a range of different readings at different price levels. My prices are extremely competitive. I keep them that way on purpose because I just want people to have access to the kinds of readings I do. There was a lot of stuff going on social media not that long ago where people felt like, they had to put it out there that people who charge certain prices for readings have this agenda to scam you, or if they, there's just a lot of nonsense going around, and I'm noticing that these are people who are relatively young and or relatively new to this type of service. I've been doing this a very long time. Disclaimer, I started my website doing readings for pay just a few years ago, but I have been reading cards for a very long time, since I was a teenager. I'm 2 years shy of 50, okay? So I've been doing this a long time, and it got to the point where people liked what I did so much that they started giving me things. Some would offer money, some would offer gifts, haircuts, whatever, okay? And then it got to the point where I said, hey, why not, turn this into, a business for myself. And what better is it than, getting paid to do something that you love to do and that you're good at? Because I'm pretty good at what I do. But there's this noise out there that's saying, if a person charges less than $100 for a reading, then they really don't know what they're doing. Okay. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions, right? They're like assholes. Everybody's got one. However, to say that anybody who charges, and right now, all of my readings are less than $100.